Hello? Who did that come from? Let me try that again. Hello? It's gone now.
Okay. We'll do it.
I'm like, was that Matt? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Semi-Perfect Podcast, October 20th, 2021. It is spoopy times because it's late October. Halloween is going to come up between now and the next podcast.
Yeah.
And one of the big things we're going to be talking about is...
Pre-Ponyville Cider Fest.
Yeah. So Ponyville Cider Fest is actually this weekend. A couple of us that will be here on the podcast tonight are going to be leaving tomorrow for this convention. So we'll be talking about that, talking about other stuff. Let's see, what else are we talking about, Sarah? Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah. So I'm going to mention this first.
Okay.
Before I even talk about food posts, which is epic for me. Yeah. Is that, Sarah, we have an opportunity for everybody listening here tonight to get involved with the Whose Line panel that we're going to be doing. If you're unfamiliar with it, Whose Line was a very popular TV show back in the day with improv games, and we've turned it into a panel. If you had no idea we did this, I'm impressed that you've gotten as far as listening to the podcast but didn't know we do this, but now you do. We do this at every convention that we go to, and you're able to submit lines. We used to have submissions for the Whose Line game where lines are read off, as well as scenes from a hat. Those used to be read off or submitted at the convention, but the problem was there was no pre-screening process, which means we could, who knows what we would get. And we realized, you know what, it helped out having a bit of a pre-screening because A, more people could get involved, and B, then Sarah's able to sift through all these. And
it's not even like a matter of if the joke's inappropriate, which is worth filtering, but also like, is it funny?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Like 60% of the time, it's like that's not even the proper like context for what we're trying to do.
Yeah. So
you're like, what's a scene from a hat? Pinky's my favorite, or something.
Yeah,
okay.
And we're just like, Pinky's my favorite.
You missed the point.
And I guess it goes both ways, right? Where if your scene is selected in this way that we do it, you're like, yay. Versus if your scene is selected, and then we go, see, this completely missed the mark. They did terrible. The person goes, oh God, I did terrible. And everyone probably knows it's me just because. No. Anyway, Sarah, you linked it under my name.
Yeah.
So you're imposter.
Mm-hmm.
Sus.
Yeah. But yeah, go ahead and submit. Again, it's for Whose Line. There's a link for Whose Line and a link for Scenes from a Hat.
Yeah.
Did you just link the tweet?
Yeah.
Okay. So you'll see both links there. That being said, we have joining us here tonight. We got PaleoSteno.
Hello. Jax will also be here soon.
Good. Good, Jax. PanamaMatt.
Howdy.
Laura.
Hello.
Saberspark.
Hi.
Sarah.
Hi.
And I'm ACRacebest. And thank you all for joining us. We like to open up every podcast with food posts.
Yes.
We want to see what you're eating, what you did eat, maybe something you were proud that you made, or just proud that you ate, or maybe you're not proud of it, and you're like, I got to show this to people because it's that weird. Like, recently we had somebody just submit a bag of ham.
Yes.
You know, we like them all.
Yes. We enjoy all of the food posts.
Oh, I already like what I'm seeing here.
Anime Guy has a food post here. I already ate tonight, but some stuff I had over the last week, some stuffed deep dish pizza and Culver's curd burger, a one-day only special of a cheese curd patty on a burger.
Lovely.
Wait, the
That's all I gotta say.
patty is a cheese curd?
No, they have a patty, and
Oh,
then they have a cheese curd patty on top of that.
Damn.
Okay, so it's not just the cheese curd patty. There's
Correct.
also like meat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like, remember
that makes
when?
a lot more sense than what I was imagining.
Yeah, well, remember when KFC did their double down, and they're like, we need 2 pieces of chicken as the. I don't even remember
Okay.
now. It was like,
Yeah, it was 2 pieces of chicken forming the bun around some
Yeah.
cheese and some ham, I think.
yeah, but-
Absolute nightmare.
yeah.
And it was delicious.
Oh, I
was
had it
long
too.
and Perfect.
is a moment where you knew. You're like, life found a way and is slowly depleting. So, yeah. Deep dish pizza, also delicious. So, okay.
Looks
so
delicious.
this is what we've heard so much about, that cheese curd burger.
For good things. I know good things about Culver's. I've been there. It's like the Midwest version of Chick-fil-A.
I also back you up. I enjoy their food, but they have a huge like dessert option as well.
I think that's the thing. It's like what Dairy Queen could have been or used to be. Culver's is like, okay, what if Dairy Queen but good? And it's like, oh, okay.
It's
that's
funny.
Culver's.
It's funny you mentioned Dairy Queen because it's the second time I've heard Dairy Queen mentioned today. Because my manager at my job, again, engineering,
at the Dairy Queen. Yes.
At the Dairy Queen, he actually used to own a Dairy Queen. He was what do you call him? A franchisee.
Yeah.
He does not have any good things to say about hopping into a franchise.
It sounds miserable. Like, just because I remember, like, at the Chick-fil-A's in my town, I remember seeing people hustle there as far as like the employees, the kitchen, the cashier, and everything. But like the manager, like they were in it, like they were moving fast and shaking hands and commanding. And I'm like, I don't know. I guess each their own. Depends on the company, depends on the individuals, I suppose. But like, it seems like it's one of those things where it can be a complete nightmare with like a bit of a glass ceiling, and then other moments where it's like, no, this is you actually have opportunities here, but you still have to work hard for it. Yeah. So it takes a lot of courage no matter what. Yeah. I think people in the food industry in general, that's tough. It's not an easy job.
I appreciate them making food for me, though. I can say that. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Nathaniel posts, currently having some quinoa mix. No.
What?
It says quinoa. Quinoa mixed with...
Has anyone seen that commercial? I forget what brand it is that does it, but it's like, it's youngish people, like 25 to 30 years old, and they're in like this conference of not turning into their parents. There's a dude that's trying to teach them, not to be like their parents. And there's one where like they're trying to pronounce the word quinoa, and then like one of them just like confidently is just like Joaquin, and the guy's just like no.
I love those commercials. I think they're progressive commercials.
Yeah, they're
so too,
very funny.
The part that amuses me is that no one can remember what commercial it was for.
Yeah, it was progressive.
But then you look it up and then you find it and you go, oh yeah. So in a way, it still works.
In a way.
Yeah. So currently having some quinoa. You happy now?
Yeah.
Mixed with fiesta-style veggies and topped with cut-up pieces of pork shoulder. That also has its gravy mixed in that I seasoned overnight. Definitely made for a pretty pleasant flavor combo. Let's look at this thing.
And fairly healthy, too.
Nice. Looks really good.
Joaquin.
Way to go, Nathaniel.
Yes. No. Good job. I'm always proud of people that make like food like this. It's good. Sarah and I are going to Chick-fil-A tonight.
I was thinking about Chick-fil-A today myself for a moment. I was like, I like me some Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. I like you some Chick-fil-A.
I do. Me too. You do.
Jory's got sesame chicken and rice, and I hope you guys have a blast at Cider Fest this weekend.
Thank you, Jory. Jory's someone that we've seen at conventions in the past.
Looks delicious.
That's rice.
Yeah, it is.
See, Jory always makes sure we also like see the drink and everything. Like we get the full picture here. Bowden says, getting ready to snack on some crimpies.
What's a crimpy?
Crimpy. Cream pies.
Oh.
Oatmeal cream pies.
Gotcha.
Should I tell the story?
Sure.
Okay. This is a story that came up when we were still very early on with the Ready Player Dumb channel. I did a 24-hour of us racing the 24-hour race at Daytona. Yeah. Very long race. It takes a team. We had multiple drivers. And I thought we were going to wreck out immediately. Yeah. But we didn't. And so we actually made it all 24 hours in the race, but also we had like a great group of people joining us for the whole thing.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of stories to tell. And the story that came up, and Tommy's like, I can't even believe you're sharing the story. And I'm like, it's happening. is there was one night we were coming home from Bakersfield, and there's this place just before you climb the Grapevine going to the mountains. It's like the last truck stop on the flat. And there's a restaurant called Iron Skillet, which is a truck stop, 24-hour diner. And we went in and we were the only ones in there, and the waiter walks up and gives us our menus and whatnot. Yeah, just let me know whatever you need, guys. All right, cool. He walks away. Anyways, he's kind of around, but no one else is there, so he's kind of just, I guess, waiting for us to figure out what we're gonna get. And naturally, I see that they have cream pies on their dessert menu, and I turn to Tommy and I point, and I don't even remember. I must have said it. But I was like, oh, I know what I'm getting for dessert. And the waiter comes back over. And we've experienced, with Saberspark, I've experienced the audacity of waiters. And sometimes I love it because I go, holy shit, is this happening? The guy walks over and goes, so I got a story for you guys. So there was a folder on my computer. And I'm already like, oh no. God. And he's like,
going somewhere.
And it was labeled cream pies.
This isn't It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia reference.
And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, because, we all save the stuff. And I'm like, yeah. I'm already like, holy shit, I haven't even ordered my food. And the waiter's talking to me about pornographic cream pies. And the reason Crimpies comes up here is that he goes, yeah, my girlfriend saw the folder one day and went, what are Crimpies? And he's like, ha ha ha, and like slaps my back and walks away. And I just turn to Tommy slowly, and he just goes, yeah, that just happened. Tommy and I we've experienced.
Got a magnetism to them. Where
You have the best luck for these.
Yeah, weird people just come up to them and just.
Which is why I partially blame myself. And in fact, fully blame myself for the experience that we had at that Steak and Shake the one night when the guy joked about drugging our milkshakes. Because A, like I said, this happens to me a lot. B, we wouldn't have been at that Steak and Shake if it weren't for me showing up and saying, I'm hungry. So, yeah.
Wait, drugged milkshakes happens to you a lot?
Not in particular. But strange encounters. So that is where Crimpies comes from. Bowden has heard this story more than once. Joins us on the iRacing streams. By the way, you did a stream.
Nathaniel Foga says there are children here. I'm like, well, it's not marked for children, so they shouldn't be here.
There's children everywhere.
Get out of here, kiddos.
What the fuck? Wait.
I feel so disappointed because my computer was messing up, my Discord was messing up, so I missed like all of that.
No. Well, I got one last thing.
You can tell me in person.
I will when you're eating. I was gonna say though, to Nathaniel's point about like, was it Nathaniel who said it?
Yeah.
Like, race, there's children here.
Yeah.
Like, let all those children know that's how they're made. Okay.
It might have been sarcastic for that.
No, I know, but I realized when I was making the connection between children and cream pies, I went, let's move on.
Good grief. Okay. All right.
All good,
sends a
Nathaniel.
super chat.
Oh.
Good day from Australia. Thanks for the vlogs to rewatch while I'm in isolation. Getting out tomorrow. Breakfast was a fruity protein shake. Nice.
Thank you for the updates from Australia. Glad to know you guys are still afloat over there. Yeah. We got Cheyenne here. What is left over from my birthday? Sending virtual cake for y'all to eat.
Nice.
Oh, thank you. I will virtually eat that cake.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Yeah. Cheyenne's birthday. Nathaniel responded, gotta teach them early. Oh,
Dragon Buckner says, here it is. Had it last Friday, the curd burger. It was pretty good. Food related. If you want a place for Saturday brunch, there's a place called Story Hill BKC with good food, but you need to reserve a table ahead of time or sit at the bar.
Is this a place that's in downtown Milwaukee?
I would assume so, because I feel like that's where everybody's getting these curd burgers.
Well, because Culver's is around that area. Like I've been to a Culver's in Idaho, so like they're all over the place. I just wasn't sure if this was specific because I don't know. We'll look into that. Mm-hmm. We'll look into that. We like food. By the way, I do have bad news, Paleo. Is Jax here actually?
Not yet.
Okay, so Paleo, I'll just share this bad news with you. So you do know that the hotel moved. It's going to be a different hotel.
Yeah.
So we now.
Can you go to brunch still?
What's that?
Can you guys still go to brunch?
Yeah, they're probably within walking distance, I'd imagine.
But hear me out. It was a 4-minute walk to Rock Bottom. It is now 8.
Oh damn!
So I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know if we're gonna make it.
How are we gonna make it?
I don't know. We're gonna starve. Oh. What's next, Sarah?
Yeah, Nora Mermaid. Hi, Simmer Perfect Pod. Finishing up packing for Pony Cider Fest and noshing on McDonald's. Can't wait to see some of y'all there. You guys rock and see you soon. Hugs.
What's coming out of her mouth?
French fries.
Oh.
Those are her teeth.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have made a spectacle of it.
Too late.
Isn't that what happens to rodents? If they don't chew on stuff, their teeth just keep growing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, they do. It's super dangerous for them.
Yeah.
Is that a problem for gerbils?
I mean, like, don't rodents, like, they use their teeth so often where it's, like, justified as long as they're getting chewed?
Yeah, it's, like, because they're made for, like, constantly chewing on stuff, but it's, like, they need to have that or else they, will keep growing and it can impact a lot.
Mess up their nails.
Everything.
Chinchilla.
I mean,
Well,
Nora
that's what it
herself refers to herself as a French fry walrus.
I called Laura's pet a gerbil.
She's a chinchilla. See, I wasn't sure what you were getting at with the gerbils. I was like, I don't know, but
I was ballparking it. I've seen them once. Ambizar sends a super chat saying, "Wait,
you met her? That's so weird."
Yeah, right. I've been in your room. I have laid on Saber's bed.
That's true.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Was he in it at the time?
I just love the moment when Sarah and I are lying there in Saber's bed, and he had just like walked away a few minutes ago. Get some nap time, and recover and whatnot. And about 3 minutes into us shutting our eyes, all of a sudden a radio lights up, and it's Saber going, "How you guys doing in there?"
That's my camera.
Yeah.
We know what you were hoping to capture.
I was like, do the sex. Let's see if there's brony reacts.
So, Amazon with the super chat saying, "Wait, isn't Virgil Cake the stuff Jaxblade likes on Twitter?" Oh God, now I'm afraid to know what that's suggesting.
What does that mean? I don't know. I have no idea what that insinuates.
I don't know either. We'll have to ask him when he gets here. Yeah. Speaking of Ambizar, finally got something better than cashews and ham. Homemade chef salad with bacon, tomatoes, onions, and, well, cashews and ham.
Nice.
Yeah.
Looks pretty
Keeping
good.
the trend.
But where's the bag of ham?
Yeah.
Olive.
0 out of 10. No bag of ham.
No bag of ham. Anyone could just make a chef salad. But bag of ham, that's where it's at.
It's iconic.
Got Taylor Bow. What's up, Semi-Perfect Pod? Currently enjoying a Chipotle chicken, avocado melt, and turkey chili from Panera while doing a final prep for Pony Cider Fest. I'm looking forward to sharing the same stage with you, ACRacebest, and PaleoSteno this weekend.
The pressure is on. Mm-hmm. Nope, yep, Taylor's going to be there as a community guest at Ponyville Cider Fest. Yeah. I still remember bumping into Taylor out here. Wherever it was.
I have literally never seen this thing at Chipotle. Have you?
Yeah, what is that?
No, it's Panera Bread.
Or Panera.
Wait. Didn't they? Wait. Oh, okay.
It's Chipotle chicken avocado.
I'm like,
yeah.
Wait, what?
I love
Chipotle is more than a restaurant. It's also
it's also a chili.
When Sarah said that, I was like, "You're right." Oh my God. They don't. How could you? yeah, no, we'll be seeing Taylor
I
this
think,
weekend.
by the way, Ambazar was meaning cake as in, like, butts. Yeah, for Jax, regarding to Jaxblade.
Jax doesn't like butts.
Yeah?
I think he likes
Are you hoping for him to come in?
He's
In
more
what?
for exposed midriff. Midriff. There we go.
In a butt. Oh, Sarah, we're not gonna survive this. No. Princess Deadpool says, I totally forgot there was a podcast tonight. Sorry about that. I've been writing my new a new My Hero Academia and Star Wars crossover fic. So that's been taking up my thinking. Have some cake batter, Dippin' Dots, and a classic, how did I say classic? Glass bottle Coke, though I had not long ago.
Well, it is Coca-Cola classic.
It is.
Nice.
Hey, Jax.
Classic.
Hi.
What
The
kind
record
of,
I do like
What type
butts.
of vertical
thighs.
cake do you like?
And
No, I know.
and breasts and faces and personality and I just like women. Yeah, I just do. Like that's what's
What's your
Hi.
favorite flavor of cake?
Oh, mint chocolate chip ice cream cake.
Ass!
I have that every year.
Fall.
Yes.
Is that
Also, thanks
what
for the Dippin' Dots?
our butts referred to? Cake? I was gonna say our butts referred to ass. No,
Cake.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That sounds
Starting
weird.
off great.
Is cake referred to as
It's probably
butts?
like
As you say?
2 or 3 years ago.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, cake.
Cakes.
Yeah, everyone says
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, that girl got a nice cake. Yo, that dude, he been squatting, he got a nice cake. You know, stuff like that. Like,
You
I
definitely
hear it all the
heard this
time.
before.
I hear it all the time.
Okay.
For Canyons, has nearly finished with my Doritos Taco Cheesy Gordita. Chose to work at Taco Bell instead of Jax's Burger King. I'm only half sorry.
I like how there's. Oh, I thought that was a join Taco Bell like to work there in the background.
But it's just
Pizza
a
Hut
join
and Taco
rewards.
Bell.
Can we appreciate though that there came a moment while this fine citizen was enjoying this Doritos Taco Cheesy Gordita and went, "Oh my God, I need to take a picture of this."
Yeah.
And it was
Yeah.
just near the end.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You can get the Doritos taco in the cheesy gordita? I did not know you could do that.
Yeah, dude. You can also get a cheese roll up put in your burrito or whatever they're called already. Like it's like you can ask for it, but that's like at midnight and they don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
you have
the
to,
best
like,
time
yeah,
to ask
'cause-
for those things.
Yeah.
So
I wonder
already
what
see
the
this
most-
now. We're gonna go all the way to Milwaukee to eat at Taco Bell.
You should. But
Yeah.
you should go at midnight and see what the craziest thing you can get them to custom make you would be.
Well, you know, like when you go like very late at night to a place that's about to close, like honestly, because I'll tell you, as someone who worked at Burger King, like if you go like at Burger King, like let's say it's like 8:55 and we close at 9, and you show up and we don't have the thing you want, we'd be like, look, dude, just pull to the parking lot. We're gonna hook your ass up for the night, and then just give you everything else. And so like literally, we're not supposed to do it, but we do that shit. So I'm just saying, like if you want to, like some people will do it unless the manager is watching, but most times it's just like, hey, just go to the parking lot. We got you. So yeah, we did that like hundreds of times.
Love it. I mean, it is fun what you can get into when the place is just starting to close. Talking about that BJ's up near Irwindale.
Yeah.
I discovered the magic
Or you
of
can
a
walk
flat-
into a Dickies in the middle of Texas and someone will
Pull a knife
pull a
on you.
knife out on you and be like, don't walk in here.
Saber was there for that one.
Okay, so my uncut
She-
flatbread taco is no match for this story. Sarah, you go ahead.
No, so on our way to Fiesta Equestria one year,
The first
we stopped at Dickies like maybe 20 minutes before it closed, and so the lady there was helping us, and she, they've got the meat cleaver knives that they're cutting up the meats and stuff with, and she looks kind of past us. And she's like, those people better not be walking in here. And she, like, pulls up the knife, like, kind of threateningly.
Like she grabs it like Michael Myers, and she's like, "I swear to God, if they come in here."
Oh, no, that's endearing. That's not bad.
Aw.
But yeah, Matt.
And then she's like, you guys are cool, though. It's fine.
It's
Matt-
a sweet brand.
But if they come
Yeah.
in here.
Matt got this flatbread pizza, Are you referring to the one where they just were like, "Here's the whole flatbread pizza"?
Yeah, so we got in there literally as they're closing. Like the waiter said to us, "I think the kitchen might still be open. I can go check, but you need to let me know what you want now."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I ordered one of their flatbreads, which is, fairly long, fairly wide, and usually it's cut into about 12 slices, 6x2 rows. I say usually because this one came out, the wheel had not come near it. I don't know where this chef was on the end of his shift or her shift, but it just came out on the tray as one giant slab.
Enjoy.
And I thought it was just poorly cut, or like they just, barely there was not a nick on this thing. It came out of the oven and onto the platter and went out the door.
Nice.
So rather than pester them, because I know they're trying to clean it up, I just looked at it, folded it into the longest taco I've ever seen, and just picked it up. And everyone else at the table's like, "What are you doing?"
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Nice.
eating my food.
And then they all appreciated the magnificence of the taco.
Yeah.
It was a big taco.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
We got a
The way it should be. I almost want to order it that way more often.
uncut, please. Just like I order other things in life. We got a super chat here from Bon Bon Puppet saying Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends. That's all it says.
Word.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right, George Carlin or Ringo Starr, Mr. Conductor.
Carlin.
People are gonna be
Who's
like, "What
better?
the hell are you talking about?"
Oh God, yeah, I'm dating myself here.
Carlin.
You don't know Ringo Starr, mate. People.
We got
Was Ringo a conductor?
He was I believe he was the original Mr. Conductor before Carlin was.
Oh wow. I didn't know that.
I didn't even remember George Carlin was a conductor.
Mr. Dirty Words himself.
Yeah. Speaking of none of that, Jazz King says already ate, but I'm gonna be consuming the atmosphere of Animal Crossing while listening in. That's
Nice.
creative.
Nice.
Who is this character on the screen? Oh, okay. It looked weird, like not up close, but now I understand. Okay. Little sunglasses on.
We got a super chat from Nathaniel Foga saying, "Don't forget Alec Baldwin."
What about him?
I don't
was he
remember
a
Alec
conductor?
Baldwin and Thomas.
He was in a movie, I think.
Just one. Beetlejuice.
Yeah, he was in a movie. Just in one movie.
I don't know.
I
I've
believe
never
he was
heard of
in
him.
Thomas and the Magic Railroad back in 2000.
He was, yeah, right. He was a conductor, and he was
As my
like,
conductor.
"Damn it, Thomas, we gotta, oils for closers or whatever."
We got a food post here from Britt saying, "I already ate tonight." Everyone already ate tonight. I already ate tonight, but here's a throwback to some amazing cheesecakes from Edible Arrangements that Team Andy got me for our anniversary back in May. I'm working on some art to prepare for Cider Fest and listening to the pod to keep me awake, LOL.
Nice.
We are doing an
Nice.
important service here by keeping her awake.
I would have thought
Nice.
he'd come here to go to sleep. I'm sorry, that was mean.
How was your... Well, I'll find out later. Jessica says, enjoying a Monte Cristo sandwich at Smoke Jumpers at DCA, Disney's California Adventure.
I didn't know they did the Monte Cristo.
I didn't know they did.
I didn't know they did it either.
Of Monte Cristo?
What the heck, Jessica?
How'd you do the Monte Cristo all the way over there?
I know them. I know that they do the Monte
Just that
Cristo.
good.
In Orleans.
Yeah, in the New Orleans and Disneyland. I'm not surprised they do the Monte Cristo somewhere in
Yeah.
California Adventures, but that's not where I would have expected it.
Yeah.
Maybe their menu changed.
Maybe.
Tell us your secrets.
Yeah.
Maybe their menu did change.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Is that it? Did we make it through?
Let's see. Okay. Yeah, Dawson just lets us know that they submitted for Scenes from a Hat.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Word.
Well done.
Let's see. Let's check our notifications here.
I mean, I like the concept of the classic Monte Cristo, but I had one once where they just griddled the bread like French toast. So much better than fried. So much better. If you ever get the chance, give that a try.
Nice.
You keep doing what you're doing, sir. I didn't mean to knock you off your rails there.
Sorry, you're pointing at the screen over here.
I was saying I didn't know if you knew that you were still on the screen.
No, I am. I was just looking through the notifications for our last bits of just seeing if I
Look
missed
at you.
some.
Look at you having everything together. Excellent. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's find out what everyone's been up to. I'm gonna start with Laura. Oh wait, no, I did that to you last time, Laura, and then you were like, "Crap."
No, this time I'm ready.
Are you ready this time? Okay, I didn't want to do it twice.
All right. So this time, just this past weekend, Jackson, Paleo, and Hero all came and joined us for a little small get together to celebrate Saber and Hero's birthdays. And we watched all of the Lord of the Rings extended versions.
Oh,
and,
wow.
Yeah, and my
Marathon.
very good friends, Scott, Maureen, and Claire, prepared us a nice Hobbit feast as a birthday gift to Steven. So we had like a bunch of great food, and we watched some great movies, and played some games, and had a good time.
Nice.
It was great.
Happy belated, Saber.
Yeah.
He's in the bathroom, but, you know, I
Yeah,
won't.
after that Hobbit feast, it was
Oh,
good.
thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's nice to not be recognized.
Also, tomorrow is the pre-release date for Dune, and a couple of friends and I rented out a theater just so we can have a private screening
Awesome.
for Dune, and we just split it a couple ways, and oh my god, I'm so excited.
Are you a Dune
Yeah.
fan?
I'm a big old Dune fan.
It's just a fancy version of Tremors. We know. Yeah.
Oh my god. Star Wars would not exist without Dune. I'm just gonna throw it out there.
Yeah. Neither would Tremors.
The
Neither
ass
would
blasters
Tremors.
the ass blasters must flow.
Exactly.
So I'm stupid excited. Because I've never rented out a whole theater like that before. And
That
it's
is
just
pretty cool.
me and 2 other people. And it's gonna be great. I'm so excited.
You can spread out.
Oh yeah, we're gonna sit in 3 completely different spots.
And you'll still you're still swishing. Shh, quiet.
I absolutely will.
Just be whispering the spice to everyone in the pages of their
You know, it's funny because the way I found out Dune as anything existed was because they used the music from they had a I guess a TV show that went out.
Yeah, there was a TV series, and there was another movie that came out in the 80s. And then
I
there
had
was
no idea there was a TV series.
about a movie that was never made.
You would find out about something via the score.
But
His impression of Dune. If someone's like Dune, what comes to mind? I'm like just these really confused, shocked people, just making these faces in the desert with worms nearby. That's
Oh, you mean Beetlejuice?
Why is that what you think?
that's just I know of Dune.
Is that an image in your head from something, or what?
Just opinions and being a desert and people who look a little bit depressed but also tired and there's a worm somewhere.
Is that from
they
original
have
stuff?
eyes.
Yes.
But yeah, my the TV show soundtrack was used. There was part of its soundtrack was used to promote Indiana Jones 4.
That's so funny.
In its teaser, and I went, "This is really cool music." And then I only found the music. I never actually looked into the show. But then one day I did see that Dune was on one of the movie channels. And I'm like, "Oh, I should probably watch this." But it was the '80s one.
Oh, it's so bad. It's terrible.
It's I think it's long too, and I remembered being like, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, so I've obviously read the book. I read the book and then I watched the 80s movie, and I was like, man, this is literally by my favorite director, and this movie is god awful. I hate this. It's one of my favorite books, my favorite director, and then it's just terrible.
So you're saying that the manga is better than the 80s movie?
Well, it didn't
There
have
is
a
a
manga.
visual novel.
Yeah, I know.
coming out.
Yeah, the book, the manga.
Mangas have pictures.
No, there is a comic coming out.
Yeah,
so
there you go. So the
it will
manga.
be
There
better.
you go.
Well, cool. Well, that sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes.
Now I'm super hyped, and it was supposed to come out last year, and obviously it was one of those things that didn't happen because of COVID, and they're like, oh, maybe we'll push it back a month. No, we're pushing it back like more than a year, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't wait that long, but I did it, and it's time, and it's tomorrow.
So we got another super chat. This one from Bonbon Puppet 117, same one that brought up Thomas the Tank Engine. It has more to say. Says, is it just me or does Freddy
Fazbear reminds you of Rarity. Anyways, I'm looking forward to the Fortnite and Roblox stream, Minecraft and Thomas and Friends.
Does Freddy Fazbear what?
Remind you of Rarity?
Why?
Fazbear.
Why?
No, but I'm curious to know why it reminds you of Freddy Fazbear.
Yeah. Yeah. Why?
Or of Rarity.
I have never once compared those two individuals.
You know, I got an email, and I'll let it stay anonymous, and I feel no shame sharing this. If people are like, I can't believe you shared this. It was a private email. I didn't ask for this level of information from this person. And this person, let me pull it up.
Here we go.
Oh yeah, you showed me that.
Yep.
Before I left.
I'm sorry, I feel no shame sharing this, because like, this is my work email, and then just, what the fuck? Yeah.
Who did you say this is from?
Nobody.
A random person.
Oh, okay. I thought I missed that part.
Here, let me look through the trash to find it.
All right. Well, I guess nobody.
Here we go. You ready to hear this? Can I read this to y'all? All right. Again, I mean this in no regard of bullying, but I do think that when it comes to the internet, if you're going to say stuff to a person unsolicited, then don't be surprised if they talk about it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm anonymous. The title of the email is about that video you did about a new generation on YouTube and my empathy for Pinkie Pie and her cute, adorable voice and vibe, and the misperception of the feminine stereotype of the color pink. Sent from mail for Windows. I hate to tell you this, but every time I see Pinkie Pie on screen, I'm in love and can't get enough. Even in this video when he showed a scene from Equestria Girls at 2:40, and despite seeing Pinkie Pie only in the opening scene of that movie, since she's in G4, I miss seeing her very much. I'm just in love with the kind of personality she has. I crush on her so much. I don't even bother watching episodes with cheese sandwich in them. I skip all cheese sandwich MLB episodes at all costs. And I even wrote a fan letter to Andrea Libman about my obsession with liking Pinkie Pie.
No.
I just can't get enough. I will actually be mailing a physical fan letter to Andrea Libman from the Los Angeles, all the way to the west coast of Canada. Just in case you want to see the comment on YouTube, blah, blah, blah. Also, my obsession with Pinkie Pie makes me want to work for Hasbro. Okay, you know, that's some gumption. All right, skipping. All right. I think the color pink is quite sexy. And the color I'm mostly attracted to and can't get enough of. And I hate the stereotypical phrase, pink is only for girls. And you're gay. I refuse to be gay. No matter what age. But I still like the color pink. I saw that.
I refuse to be gay.
So, yeah,
I won't do it.
So I omitted some things, and I just think it's funny. I get some really bizarre emails, but that one I was like, damn, this is a goddamn manifesto for Pinkie Pie. and I just thought it was funny when they were like, I don't watch cheese sandwich episodes. And I was just thinking like, yeah, I don't like the cheese sandwich episodes either when he's impregnating Pinkie Pie. Like, you know, because that's his wife. It's not true. It's mine.
Wow, thank you for sharing that with us.
Well, there's that one person who talks about Sing who I still get emails from, and they're like a Hydra. Like, so at some point, it's like you're looking to get a rise from me. That's what you want me to be like. This guy's an idiot. Oh, and give him a platform. So I'm denying him that.
Yeah.
But like he's persistent. Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, multiple emails, Twitch streams. It's like, bro, let's wait for Sing 2, and then we can take it from there.
The sequel is always better.
Oh my god.
We were. Oh yeah, that's right. I was like, man, we went on a ride there, and it was because I brought up the super chat.
Yeah.
Saber, I guess since we just asked Laura, how have you been the last 2 weeks?
I'm doing well, getting work done, staying busy. Had a bunch of the friends visit recently. Jax, Paleo, Hero, and Laura and I all watched extended cut of Lord of the Rings this past weekend. That was a lot of fun. We finished the task. That was a very fulfilling task checkbox.
Yeah.
To be like, wow, we did it. I mean, lots of fun food and snacks. And Scott, Maureen, and Claire visited too, and they did a cool feast as far as foods go, where it's pulled pork and these really cool French onion rolls. They did scotched eggs, which is really interesting. It was a lot of fun, a lot of good food, a lot of fun films to watch, and it's always a treat to watch the extended cut, because despite the hyperbole of oh my god, they're so long and this movie's so it's yeah, but it is a very well told movie. Yeah. It walks that line where it's if it goes any longer, that's too long. But you're able to tell a satisfying story succinctly in this time limit, and avoid having to do a TV series or whatever. Mm-hmm. So not saying a TV series wouldn't have worked, but yeah, I enjoyed it. It was nice to watch it all over again and think about it and be like, man, this is a really good movie.
I mean, a TV series wouldn't get that budget in 2001.
Absolutely not. No, there's no way they could have had that be done in any good way.
You all pulling on. Yeah, right.
No, in 2001 they would never get the budget.
Oh, I thought you said 2021. I'm like, what about Amazon?
Yeah. They wouldn't get a Game of Thrones budget back then.
No.
There's absolutely no.
Okay, HBO with Game of Thrones kicked up things. Streaming right now is perfect for shows like this new Lord of the Rings Amazon Prime thing. But you're right. The movie path was the best way to go to kind of capture the grandeur of it all. Though there are moments where it's oh, I'm seeing the age of this film. In particular, when they run out of Moria down the mountainside with a little miniature figure, through CG, Legolas and Gimli and Aragorn. I'm like, oh no, that doesn't look that good.
It's so short and it's so far away that it's it does not detract.
It is the best they could have done at the time with what they had, which was extraordinary. And the fact that 20 years later, it still looks very good. And above all else, it's a great story with great characters. That's the most important part. It's this is going to be one of the pillars of cinema for a very long time. And to me, it's just a miracle that the movie's ever happened at all in this way. Because nowadays it's look at The Hobbit. That was a committee of Warner Brother executives tinkering with it to go from 3 films from 3 books to 1 small book, shorter than any of the Lord of the Ring books, into 3 films. Come on, that's the product of Hollywood greed. So I'm glad Lord of the Rings never suffered from that. It's great, and it's preserved, and that's the most important thing to me.
Yep. I'm hung up on one thing. What kind of eggs did you say?
Scotch egg.
Scotch egg. It's like an egg wrapped up in meat and then deep fried.
What?
You'd like it a lot, though. It's one of those things where it's your heart starts bleeding and sweating. And it's no, please don't. My God, please stop. Don't do that.
Oh my God, I've never heard of these.
You probably only want 1. That's it. It's like a gremlin. Feed it once. That's it.
I know what we're doing for dinner tonight, Sarah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Scotch
get the defibrillator just in case.
Yeah.
So Paleo, what's new with you?
Yeah, well, yeah, I was at Sabers, of course, with everybody else. But before that, Metroid Dread came out, and I played through that. 100%ed it on normal mode, and then 100%ed it again on hard mode. I love Metroid, so it's very good.
Yeah, Metroid, he's pretty cool.
So that's been it seems, how many times have you played it now?
I played it twice.
Dang. Do you know how long it takes me to get through games?
Yeah.
Same.
So Metroid like is a franchise where the games aren't like super long.
Yeah.
Though if you take your time, because like my first playthrough was like 11 hours or so.
Mhm.
My second playthrough was like about 8. Because like Metroid is known for like the speed running community, because they always like try to beat the game as fast as possible after they've gone through it, and like finding like these different shortcuts that you can make to get like items that you shouldn't get like that as early as you do. And the developers actually like implemented a few things to where, oh yeah, there are some parts of the game where you can actually get a lot of things very early. So that's pretty cool. I'm gonna try like playing it through again. I might play some while at the con when we have some downtime.
The whole convention. It's like, sorry everybody, Paleo couldn't be here on this panel. He's busy.
Oh yeah, and I also played Sora for Smash Brothers. Yeah.
How was that experience?
Yeah, it's fun. He's very light. I think he's like one of the lightest characters. And he has like his like neutral special move is like cycling through like fire, blizzard, thunder. And he does like that that Sonic Blade attack. Since Sarah, you and Race have both been playing through Kingdom Hearts, so like the Sonic Blade attack, where it's like the triangle attack basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, and I hadn't played any of Smash Brothers since the first DLC came out. So I had actually gone back and got all of the DLC characters. So I've been playing a lot of that with all the content that they've added since then. So it feels like a new game to me since I've been playing all the characters that they added.
Well, very nice. So lots of video games going on for PaleoSteno. What about I'm just gonna guess that we're gonna hear something familiar when we ask Jaxblade what he's been up to the last 2 weeks.
I flew over to Cali and watched Star Wars for the weekend. It was actually pretty cool. It was like really good. We watched Lord of the Rings. I didn't have the Scotched eggs, but I had the other version of it, which was just
without the egg in the middle.
This shit was fucking good.
I had some of those too.
I think I like nearly all of them. I gave like Paleo like the rest because I was just powering up. But yeah, those were good. Hobbit Feast was great. What else? Oh yeah, I've just been working on month of Halloween videos because I do that for my YouTube channel. Watched Halloween Kills with both.
Oh yeah, we watched that.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, that was a stupid movie, but fun. I'm gonna bring something up about it in a second for Laura and Paleo in a second because it's funny. But
well, that's fine. I saw it too. So
yeah, see, so yeah, I could talk to you about this as well. I started watching the Chucky TV series, which is actually surprisingly good, and I was just like, oh shit, like they're referencing the movies and stuff like that. I was like, oh, well, I didn't think that I thought this would be in its own little verse, but yeah, it's good. What else? Packing for Cider Fest currently.
Yeah.
And I'll leave at like my plane leaves at 9:40, so that means I'm not gonna get any sleep tonight. So I just can sleep on the plane, and it's just like, oh yeah.
What time do you get there?
I don't know. Fuck if I know.
Okay, because you and I might get there around the same time. Like, check your ticket, because like I get there at like 12, 11. Because my plane leaves at 7:30 in the morning, though I have a layover.
Yeah, I have a layover too in fucking Detroit. Yeah, it's it's stupid because I was like, whatever. And then like, what I like about staying up and then like getting on a plane is just like it's like teleporting. because it's just like literally if I like get like 4 or 5 hours of sleep and then like I go on a plane and then I just will just I pass out and then I'll just like, oh, I'm here, okay, whatever. But then those layover ones always piss me off because like, oh, I gotta fucking get up and walk around and do this for an hour.
Yeah,
but
all the nonstop flights were like
taken,
booked or too expensive. So yeah,
right. Mm-hmm.
There is something we watched, by the way, if you don't mind me mentioning it.
Do it.
No, go ahead.
Paleo showed us All Tomorrows.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Oh my god, that was nuts.
Give them a synopsis on what this craziness.
Yeah. So All Tomorrows is a book that was made in like 2006, and it's about the future of humanity and how like different species evolved because this weird alien race came and genetically modified us. Because
You're
like it was like some goal of theirs to like remake the universe or something.
It is so fleshed out, like it's nuts.
On some planets, it's truly fleshed out. It's
yeah.
It's like humanity evolving, going into the stars, and kind of like starting to sprout up with our own little miniature versions of like the branches of humanity. But then the Q show up, and these guys are like nightmarish. We go to war with them, we lose, and on all the different planets where humanity had its different like ways of trying to fight back or rolling over, the Q are like, "Congratulations, you're now fish people. You're now like a literal
worms.
You're worms. You're a giraffe. You have no hands. You're a sex hole. You're a pyramid. Congrats." No, it's weird. And then these species like after millions of years, some of them die out. Some of them actually like keep their shit together. So it's like at the center of it all, it's humanity still, despite them splitting off. It is bizarre.
Yeah, because I had been meaning to show like Saber and Laura that because it recently blew up in popularity over the summer because of the video that came out during the summer. But I had known about the book before because of this series on YouTube about speculative zoology, which has stuff like The Future is Wild and After Man, which are other books that are about like different species evolving into the future or alternate histories. Like this one called The New Dinosaurs is from the same author of After Man. Dougal Dixon is the name of the author, and the New Dinosaurs is about dinosaurs evolving if they had never died out.
So the good dinosaur.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny because like the speculative evolution series on YouTube about the history of it does mention the good dinosaur. It's like, I'll just mention it because it technically is like an alternate an alternate history, I guess.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Well, geez.
It's bizarre and somewhat.
I loved it.
It's very dark too, because it goes to show you how uncaring the universe is in this approach of like the species got completely like there's one species or like one branch of humanity that put up a fight against the Q, and the Q are like, "We hate you. We're going to turn you into living temples, but you have your consciousness, so you're stuck there just looking out for millions of years, like praying for death." And it's like that's dark. And it's a head scratcher, I'll tell you that.
Yikes! And where can someone find this?
Yeah, I just linked it in the chat for All Tomorrows. But yeah, speculative like evolution and zoology is like really weird.
No, Alec Baldwin is one of the branches of humanity.
Oh wow! I mean that's not new. We known that for years now. Shit. Okay.
Lost Baby Planet.
I love it. Okay.
Looks like PanamaMatt's muted.
PanamaMatt, you there? What are you doing, PanamaMatt? Why do you have to mute yourself?
He probably took a phone call or something.
What activity are you doing that required you to be quiet?
Well, Jeffrey, you want to talk about your 2 weeks?
Oh wow, me? Yes, I would. What did I do? I had a weekend off last weekend, which is rare for me.
Nice.
So I didn't.
He didn't know what to do with himself.
Yeah. So,
Ironically, we were all busy.
funny enough. So yeah, I just sat and cried because I wasn't invited to Saber's birthday. I'm kidding. No, I just kind of took it easy. Worked on, as usual, just some editing projects and whatnot. But nothing that was like urgent or anything. So it was just very casual. Just watch some movies. What did I just watch through? I watched through the whole. No, I watched through the whole Scream series for the first time.
Oh, Scream!
Reacts.
Did you watch the TV series or the movies?
The movies.
Okay.
There's a TV series?
Yeah, there's a TV series that came on MTV.
I'm learning about more TV series this podcast because I didn't know there was a Dune one either.
I didn't know either. Yeah, so I watched that partially also like because I typically when I'll watch through, and if there is like a group of movies, like I just recently asked Jaxblade about Hellraiser, which I'm halfway through the second movie, and I'm like, what the absolute hell? Haha.
Yeah, exactly.
It's this. I don't know.
It's one of those movies where when you get to the ending of the first one, it's like, okay, and then like when like the third one, that is, I'm just gonna say, if you have like a queasy stomach, you should watch like the regular rated version instead of the unrated version because they do stuff with down the genital shit, and I was just like, just that was cringe.
Thanks for the warning.
Yeah.
Now I crossed my legs as you said that too. I was like,
it was
but yeah, no, outside of that stuff, I've just been kind of preparing for Cider Fest, getting some equipment, some new stuff for that. Am I forgetting anything, Sarah? Did I do anything exciting? Outside of,
but I don't know.
You don't know? What did you do?
Yesterday I played. Me and Matt streamed Raft together.
Heck yeah!
Yeah, it's a survival game where you're, on an endless ocean gathering trash from the ocean.
Yeah,
to
flots
make
them.
Stuff. And you've got a shark that's always lurking about, and it's fun. And we played it for like 3 hours yesterday night, and that was fun.
I'm glad you guys like it.
Yeah.
It was an odyssey, and I loved it.
Yeah,
you should play.
Stream it more.
Oh, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, we'll stream it more.
Oh yeah. You should play Maneater. Maneater's fun. Maneater.
Yeah, I love
Maneater. I think someone mentioned Maneater when we were streaming.
Sounds like
a good summertime game.
I've played that. I've 100%ed that game more times than I can count. It's just like it's such a fun turn your mind off. Yeah, just eating. Oh god, it's so good. It's so good.
I'll write that down.
Maneater.
Ooh.
Anything else that you've been up to?
Still playing spooky games for spooky season on Ready Player Dumb.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pela?
Yeah.
I wanted to ask, like, how far are you in Resident Evil Village?
We've gotten further. We have gotten to that bit that you are so interested in hearing.
I think.
But
are we sure that we're
we haven't uploaded that episode yet, but we've played the bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know what bit we're referring to?
I know exactly what bit they're referring to.
The second house that you go to.
What shit is that? As
Resident
Paleo
Evil
would say.
8.
Let's just say yeah.
I feel like both of us were like almost on the brink of
reaction.
crying.
Oh yeah.
We were almost on the brink of crying. Honestly.
Nice.
Look forward to that episode for Resident Evil coming soon.
Yeah. Speaking of gaming, by the way, Well, we got a super chat from Nora Mermaid saying Bones Day with a lot of exclamation points.
What's Bones Day?
I don't know. What's Bones Day, Nora? But I was gonna say, speaking of video games, you mentioned that you played with Matt last night.
Yeah.
Well, then after you went to bed,
Yeah.
Matt and I decided to play Left 4 Dead 2.
Yeah.
Just a 1v1 with versus.
Yeah.
And we're like,
Was it just the 1v1?
It was just one.
Yeah.
It felt like 2.
Yeah, because we looked at the clock when we finished. Before we started, Matt and I are like, yeah, we both have to wake up, for work.
Early in the morning.
And we're
So
like,
pick a quick map that goes fast.
yeah, we'll be fine. It was 1:40 in the morning when we both went, whoops.
Whoops.
Come back in like 2012 when we were like 1:20. I guess going to bed early tonight.
Yeah.
What do you mean go back?
Used to go to bed at like 4 or 5 in the morning.
Jeez.
Yeah, playing
no
TF2 late at
ambition.
night.
I'm like high school, but that was it.
And I woke up about 4.5, 5 hours later and went to court.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Matt slept. He kicked back, put his feet up on the table, leaned back in his chair. The judge is talking. He's like, I don't need to hear this. I've heard this before.
Nora's got an explanation for the Bones Day. So there's a guy on TikTok who has a 13-year-old pug named Noodle, and every morning he finds out if his dog can stand up or not. If he stands, Bones Day. If not, no Bones Day.
Aw, poor dog. That explains. The Noodle name is now sadly appropriate.
Wait, why Bones though?
Because he probably gets a treat.
Well, it might just be like, oh, Noodle has no bones today because he can't stand up. I don't know.
Oh.
Then I gotta break your legs so we can become the next viral sensation.
And now we have 12 more hours
Let me
to spring.
film my old decrepit dog and see if it can do a basic bodily function.
It's Blind Lammy Saturday. We'll see if Lammy runs down the stairs and he can't see and give me money, please. Give me money.
It's No Eyes Day because he can't see.
Brett says if he stands, he has bones. If he flops, no bones.
Oh.
Okay.
What scares me about it is like when you got these successes, you better believe there'll be people chasing that cloud and faking it. Where it's like, well, my pet turtle's on its back, and if it flips over, it will get a lettuce. But you duct taped the turtle on its back; it can't even flip.
What was it? A few months ago, there was that lady who was like a YouTuber or whatever who I don't even understand how you screwed this up, but she was filming her I guess their pet died, and she was filming her son crying, and she was like directing him.
I saw that.
God.
Cry towards the camera. No, hey,
Yeah, I
stay
saw
here.
that shit.
Okay, now say I miss him. Say this. And the kid's just like, I'm just trying to fucking cry.
I am sad.
Now he has a new reason to cry.
Yeah, the lady, she tried to play it off like, I should have known better. And it's like, you're not...
Yes, you fucking should have,
not
you
coming
stupid
back
bitch.
from this.
Yeah.
Like, where, she's like,
You made your choice. You chose poorly.
I hate
Yep.
it.
Yeah. I again, and I'm just sitting here going like, not only did you do that shit, but then you somehow uploaded it that way.
I think she was trying to get to the feel bad for me, I'm apologizing video, you know? Like, that was the ultimate goal. And it worked, because people are still fucking talking about it.
Ew. Yuck. Don't like it.
Of course, yeah.
And don't even get us started on cartoon reviewers. All right?
No, absolute worst.
Yeah.
What?
All
I hope
right.
the Fine Bros copyright the word react and you'll be out of business.
Someday.
Yeah.
Did
See,
we
that
ask
was
Matt
like
what he did?
9 years ago.
What?
The Fine Bros doing their thing of trying to copyright that word with a react. That was like 2012 or something.
Stupid.
Something like that.
I remember-
That was
Yeah.
a hot minute.
I remember people were asking me at conventions, like, what are you going to do about it? And I'm like, laugh? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. React. You can't do
I'm going to react, yeah. Matt, what have you been up to?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Cool. Still
No,
working?
it's a lot of work. The mock trial team that I'm coaching, they're doing well. The competition's coming up in a couple of weeks, so we're getting to crunch time. Shoot, I know there are other things that I do, but I have no recollection. I just move from one thing to the next, bouncing from project to project like a ping pong ball on a clothes dryer.
Ping pong balls don't go in the clothes dryer.
And you wouldn't fit anyways,
No,
Matt.
if you start one spinning, watch how it do.
That's dangerous, Matt. You might break your laundry.
Yeah, someone might sue you.
Yeah, someone might sue you for balls.
Practice.
Malballs?
Malballs.
Medical
Look,
malballs?
if someone built a dryer that can't handle a single ping pong ball, then they've got some problems in their design process.
Damn.
Ping pongs don't belong in the dryer.
That's a user error.
That's on
I've heard
you,
one.
sir, and I will see you in court.
Do not put your balls in the dryer, please. No dryer balls.
This must be that
Use
Hellraiser
dryer balls,
third movie
because those
that
are good.
Jax was talking about. That's what happens. They get put in the dryer. Well,
Yeah, just
Sarah.
been crushing through cases, trying to keep things moving forward.
Good. Well, keep it up, Matt. We're proud of you.
Oh yeah, I think I also had a friend in town since the last podcast. I can't remember what the last one was. That's the worst part.
I think
of my
you're
life.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, Zep was in town, and we all watched the My Little Pony movie together.
Yes, we did.
Nice.
Yes, and it was wonderful.
Awesome. Who's your favorite?
I mean, I'm kind of for the bean spiller.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I can go through a nuanced critique of all the characters, but honestly, she had me in the trailer.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Here's a good one.
Nice. Very nice. Do you remember who Zap's favorite was?
Oh
Probably
gosh.
the same.
I think he said Sunny, but I could be
maybe.
wrong.
I think he did too.
Good man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like as long as you have a favorite, good choice.
Yeah, as long as you have a favorite. Good choice. Good choice.
So mention it again here. For anybody that missed the mention earlier, tonight is the last night to submit Whose Line or Scenes from a Hat submissions for the Whose Line panel that's going to be coming up at Ponyville Cider Fest. It'll be on Friday, and will be filmed, will be uploaded. So if you submit, there's a chance that yours will be selected. Sarah's going to be actually going through the vetting process. Submit. And yeah, there is the link in the chat, the live chat, in regards to where you can submit that. Sarah, when does it close?
Right after the podcast.
So as soon as this podcast goes away, so do the openings for the submissions. If you haven't submitted yet and would like to, go for it.
Your ass on it. What are you doing?
Yeah, come on. Don't procrastinate.
Do what must be
Do
done.
your math homework. Don't procrastinate.
Do it.
Zap's favorite is Sunny, with Izzy as a close second.
Okay. Yeah, same. So yeah, good man.
Interesting. Exciting. Well, as mentioned, there's a Whose Line panel coming, which means there is a convention that will be coming. Yeah.
The first one I've been to in 2 years.
Yeah. What?
Nothing.
Oh, I did. Okay then. Jax,
I
is
just
this?
like to watch things burn.
You're just like, we'll see how it goes. We'll see it from afar. Watch with binocs. But Jax, you're also gonna. Is this a secret that you're gonna be there? Because I won't mention it.
No, I'm going for cheese curds. If I wanted to surprise, I'd surprise.
KFC buckets worth.
Yeah.
Yes, a KFC's bucket worth.
Yep. Yep.
You bring your own
Paleo.
bucket and fill it right up.
Yes.
Yes, that is right. The KFC bucket. We're gonna do it.
Yes.
Say that now.
And yeah, I know Hirosashii is also gonna be joining us. That's still the plan, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going.
Cool. And then a whole bunch of other folks. I know that a number of you that are in the chat going to be there. But yeah, really excited about this convention. Ponyville Cider Fest, as Paleo mentioned, it's been 2 years. And Ciderfest was the last convention that I had gone to prior to the pandemic hitting and knocking things out. So it'll be good to get back. It's a new venue this year, so things are going to look a little bit different, whether you're there in person or on the vlogs. Still in the same vicinity. I think it's just a couple streets over.
Yeah.
And
I looked on the map and it's like, oh yeah, that's not very far. This
That was the
literally,
hotel I stayed at last year.
Yeah.
Oh, so you like it?
You mean
like
2
the
years
hotel?
ago?
Yeah,
Yeah,
2
2
years
years.
ago. That's what I mean.
Is
I
it
mean,
good?
yeah. Let's just ignore 2020. It was last year. It's
It was last year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you like the hotel, Jax?
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice. It was comfy.
Cool. Good. So gonna be doing all that. Sarah, if you don't mind pulling up the schedule. Actually, if you don't mind.
I actually got an email with my schedule, which includes all the panels that I'm on, which I think are just also all the panels you're on. I don't know if you're on anything extra.
I might be on some. There is one thing that might be a surprise. So I'll just talk about what I know is on that I'm listed on the schedule.
Okay,
But,
because all of these are listed as like on the schedule.
I think I think the schedule they sent me is the same way. So I don't even think I'm listed on the one that I don't know if I'm listed on.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So, Paleo, what are we doing?
First, well, on Friday we're going to be the most busy, which is weird because usually we're the most busy on like Saturdays.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we'll be at opening ceremonies at 11. Which is later than I thought it would be. Like, yeah.
I
Because
don't,
usually they're like 10.
Yeah, I don't regret that because oftentimes I actually fly into these conventions. I don't even think I've told you guys what time I arrive, but
You're always late at night.
yeah, it's usually there's been times where I've walked in and you guys are already waking up in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That won't be the case this time. I'm actually going to be arriving. I think I land around midnight.
And you tell outlandish
okay.
stories about my
That's not too
travel
bad.
habits.
Yeah, so
Nice.
I'll actually be able to sleep. But yeah, so like Paleo said, opening ceremonies will be making our appearances, and then at 3:30, so 3:30 to 4:30, an hour long. Hooves Line isn't anyway, and that's going to be in the main events, or they call it the Crystal Ballroom. So we're going to have Paleo hosting that. I will be there with Silver Quill. And should we mention who else is going to be on there? Jaxblade.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yes.
We're throwing Jax into the fire on this one.
Yes. Yes, you are. But whatever. As long as I can just wing it.
Yep. Jax,
Yeah.
hang around after the podcast, and I'm going to psych you up.
Okay. Let's
Up
do
or
it.
out.
But yeah, looking forward to that. And then 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. on Friday, we're going to be doing the Who Would Win panel, which is in the Fizzy room.
Not Izzy.
Not Izzy.
Oh,
Yeah, not
Busy.
Fizzy. Saturday at 3 o'clock. The only panel that I have listed is the Bronies React panel, and that'll be in the Caramel room.
Yep.
And then
We'll be free a lot of Saturday.
Yep.
So wait, that's more time to eat cheese curds.
Oh, dude, and we need every minute. And then Sunday at 10 a.m. early morning, a How to YouTube with PaleoSteno and ACRacebest in Barley.
Yeah, and Jax can join too.
Yeah,
for that
you're allowed to
knowledge.
join, Jax.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so.
We're more qualified than you, Jax, but you can join.
I go where I want to go.
From 12:30 to 1:30, there's going to be a community guest meetup in what is called the Oak Room or Trotters. And then I'm also going to be making an appearance at some point. I don't know if they have a specific time they want me to do it. So if they don't, it'll probably be sometime in the middle. The charity auction, I'll probably hop over there at some point and help things out, unless they don't need me. Because there's been times where they've been like, you know what, we're good, and it's like, okay. so we'll see what happens with all of that. Yeah, so that'll all be fun. I may have one extra thing going on Saturday, but I think that's basically the schedule for us. So Saturday we're going to be eating a shitload of
Yeah.
Sorry, I had like a tiger moment from Five-O Goes West.
Get a Monterey Jack moment talking about cheese.
Oh no, it was a Monterey Jack moment.
Oh my god!
You're right. I could see gadgets cheese.
I could see dead people. Wait.
So yeah, did I miss anything there, Paleo?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Cool. Yeah, so that's gonna be fun. Looking forward to that. We're gonna throw Paleo into the fire a few times as well during Who's Line. And yeah, we're gonna have some fun with all this. So can't wait to see people. I'm curious who in the chat is gonna be going to Ciderfest. Let's hear them represent. But yeah, so again, excited for this. Charlie and his team have always done a great job running these conventions. Just a reminder for everybody that they are going to be checking for vaccination stuff. I need to figure out where my...
I know where it is.
Thank you. Or a test beforehand.
Oh.
So.
Good.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I have my card in my wallet.
Does it fit?
All the time anyway. I made it fit.
Ooh.
That's the spirit.
Jesus.
Whew, Paleo. Let's see.
Move his cash and his condoms out of the way.
We got Kari saying me. Oh, actually, it was saying me this weekend. Just a bunch of cheese and then a mouse going after the cheese. Nora's gonna be there. Britt, Jet Set Melody, Anime Guy, Taylor, as we mentioned earlier. So, yeah. And for those of you that aren't gonna make it, again, that's a large part of what the vlogs are for. You can come along with me and join me, and I'll.
Boys and bees.
I like the song, but I don't know what it is, so I just tried helping.
Adventure time.
But I tried. But yeah, and then the only other thing is remember to bring a mask, because they're going to be asking everyone to wear masks if you're not on stage. So
Cool. I have so many mask variations. I can't wait to wear them. They're so cool.
Jackson,
I love
mask.
Can I just say, yes, I have that specifically packed because it's October and I need it. But I just want to say, I really do love the fact that masks are just a style thing that we're wearing. Like, I think it's cool. Like, honestly, it makes us all look like fucking Mortal Kombat characters. So I'm fucking like,
it's funny because when I was looking back at like the MomoCon vlogs from like 2018 and 2019, Jax in 2018, he's like, "Oh, I bought a mask," and he started wearing it around.
Yep. Yeah, because I love masks. I love them so much.
Okay, so there's one student on my mock trial team that has a black mask with white graphic on it, and it's a little triangle nose, a little line, and like an upside down 3, and a couple of whiskers.
An upside down 3.
Yeah. Like, I'm trying to illustrate. It's like a cat mask. And I don't know if anyone in this chat or in this group is familiar with the lawyer cat meme that went around during 2020.
Yes.
Oh. I think
I am not a cat, Your Honor, but I am prepared to proceed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah.
there was an attorney that appeared in Texas. Using,
yeah.
Using
I
a home
remember
computer
that.
that their kid had used, and they had set the filter to the cat filter.
I'm not a cat.
So he appeared in court with the cat filter on, not realizing it was on, and not knowing how to turn it off.
That was
The best.
That was so good. It was
And
on
everyone
Zoom.
just took that moment of, excuse me, wait. Are you sure? I'm not a cat, Your Honor. I'm not a cat.
I'm not a cat, Your Honor.
But I'm prepared to proceed. So I do love the stylist, but I couldn't help myself. She was wearing it. She got up to give her opening statement, and I said, "Look, counsel, I know you're not a cat, but are you prepared to proceed?"
Yeah.
Wow. And it was such a joke for the attorneys in the room that are coaching, because we all got it. She had no idea, so I feel bad making a joke at her expense. I will educate them all on the glory of cat lawyer.
Cat lawyer.
That's great. I had not heard about this.
No.
Oh, I will find it for you. It is so worth seeing.
My whole thing with the mask to this day, and it'll probably be this way, just knowing how I am, is that I still look forward to not needing to worry about grabbing my mask, because every other day, like 50% of the time, it feels like I'm walking out the door and I go, oh, damn it.
Right.
I have to go back upstairs and get my mask. So that's why I'm like, I can't wait for it to be like optional, and then I'll be like, cool, I forgot my mask.
Oh, well.
Too bad.
Yeah, I want it to be optional. I just want it to be like a fashion statement. Just like, yeah, you can wear your mask wherever you want now. All right, it's cool.
It's like,
make it cool. Hey,
pick up the trend.
Yes.
But yeah, looking forward to seeing people this weekend. Looking forward to eating cheese curds. If you see me, if you see me with a plate of cheese curds in front of me, just remember.
I mean, a bucket.
A bucket of cheese curds in front of me. Just remember that sometimes, like, you know, you don't stick your hand near like the bowl of food when a dog's eating. I don't want any finger casualties. So just, you know.
Why don't all of us just get like KFC buckets and then get like that thing to put around our neck like a rope, and then just eat it like a trough, like a horse? Like, you know,
yeah. Gonna flavor flav those cheese curds.
Now that's a mask that I would wear every day.
What are those things horses wear? They eat their oats down.
Bucket.
A feed bucket, yeah, just like.
Oh god. Jax, you're a genius. Oh my god.
Yeah.
But yeah. So again, Ponyville Cider Fest. If you're gonna be there, can't wait to see you. If you're not gonna be there, check out the vlogs. And all of the panels that we mentioned will be also uploaded. With that, I think we're on our way to Q&A here early on tonight. So if you'd like to submit a question for Q&A, the prioritized ones will be our super chats, which you've seen people submitting throughout. We will prioritize those, make sure those ones get answered. If you want to take a chance on one getting answered, you can submit through hashtag SPP questions on Twitter, and we will be answering the questions there as well. We just don't know if we'll get through all of those. So if you really want it answered, super chat.
Yeah.
If you don't really want it answered, send it to Twitter.
And if you really don't want an answer, never ask the question.
What?
Yeah.
What are you talking
about?
Yeah,
never, an old lawyer adage, never ask a question that, well, you don't know the answer to, but that you don't want the answer to.
Yeah, want the answer to.
Uh-huh.
Is Michael
Makes all the sense in legal film, or
so
legal realm. Gosh.
So while people submit their questions right now, Jax, you said you had something to say about Halloween?
Oh, yeah, Halloween. Okay, so, all right, so y'all remember that ending, right, where, like, Michael just basically turned into an early 2000s AMV? And it was just like, yeah, let the bodies to the floor, shit like that. And then, like, he had, like, gotten his ass beat and all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, they started giving, like, this speech about, like, it's not really, they say this in the trailer, and everyone's known this for years, but spoilers just in case. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, whatever. But, like, anyways, they start saying, okay, well, it's really not a big deal, all right?
Yeah, no, if I haven't seen it by now, it's fine. Go ahead.
No, it's not really not a big deal. But, like, they start saying, like, oh, Michael Myers, he's not human, he's evil. The more he kills, the stronger he gets. He's not a earthly being, he's supernatural. And so, like, that's like the thing how they end the movie. They're like, oh, he's actually supernatural. He wasn't human at all. But then the director was like, oh no, people are misinterpreting what I meant. At the end of that movie, I don't intend him to be supernatural. I just intended him to be like a really strong, powerful person who could do this stuff. And then Laurie interprets him this way, and blah blah. And I was like, bull fucking shit! Like
That was
he
so
got shot.
funny.
He's so stupid. He's just like, he got shot like point blank. I don't know how many times.
He got stabbed like in the back of the neck.
Yeah, back of the neck. He got stabbed with like a freaking pitchfork. His lungs and all this stuff is just like bleeding out. And then all of a sudden it's just like, yeah, he's fine. He's just walking out. Oh, that's just like, 'tis just a flesh wound. And he just gets up and just whooping ass. And apparently that's supposed to be like, oh no, he's still a normal guy. Like,
Not
it's just,
bullshit.
shut the fuck up.
I
Shut the fuck up.
I may be missing the point of a director, but if someone else on your staff, or like the person that said that, were they working for the movie?
I don't know.
Yeah, they directed the movie.
Yeah. Well, no, the one that said they're supernatural.
Well,
No,
that was-
no, like it was just. Well, first they've always like had this mixed thing with Michael, with whether he like actually is or not, and it's always been like mixed. But then like in like Halloween 4, 5, and 6, that was when he was confirmed supernatural, and like other ones it's like, oh, he's just a very durable person, like but he could be supernatural. And these ones, they straight up said, hey, we wanted these to be more realistic, so we made him more realistic as a person. But then when we watched that first movie, he stomped someone's fucking head like into like putty mush with like one stomp, and it's just like, yeah, no, yeah,
it happens.
It's still,
I mean, I played Mortal Kombat. You can cut through a diamond block.
Yeah, exactly.
If you have crack hands.
He turned into a Mortal Kombat character at the very end, so yeah.
It still to this day will always frustrate me though, when for how aware everybody was. And again, we are discussing spoiler-esque stuff, but it's all kind of the same when it comes to slasher movies anyways.
Yeah.
Where you have like, this is the most aware it seems like this town has ever been, right? And they're like, no, we literally have to destroy this superhuman guy. We need to kill him. The evil dies tonight. They chanted it multiple times.
Yeah, they keep saying it.
And they fucking they shot him. They hit him with a bat and stab him, and they're like, he stopped moving. I'm like, you don't stop with something like this until you're chopping that head off.
Yeah, exactly.
The whole time.
Yeah, we were just like, cut his fucking head off.
Confirm the kill.
Confirm it. And it's just like,
baby.
No. And it's just like, literally, they've never shown Michael, like, besides the fake out in H2O, like, oh, yeah, he's gonna come back from this. Because, like, if Jason gets his head cut off, then, like, we know Jason is going to regenerate. With Michael, we don't know. We don't know what's gonna fucking happen. So it's just like, it could be finishing up move. And then with this, it was just like, cut his head off. Just cut the fucking head off.
Cut his head off.
Yeah, it's not hard.
Yeah.
I mean, on the one hand, there's no kill like overkill.
Right.
On the other hand,
Reed,
like, you are on a different level right now. You're cutting his head off. Why? He's dead.
Because no. Because hear me out. Michael always does the double. He always makes sure that the only person that I can think of that he didn't like verify you're dead, at least in this movie, of people that like he destroyed, was like the one elderly lady that was the couple in the house.
Oh man, those two couples. There's like the older couple, and then there's the gay couple. Like those are all my favorite characters.
I love the older guy when he's like, just call the goddamn cops. I don't care why.
I love them.
Yeah, just call the cops. It's so
I know.
But then the fucking like, I was laughing because like the gay couple. First off, there's the guy downstairs, and he's just like, did you lock the back door? And he's just like, oh no, I guess I didn't. And there's like, someone's in our house and it's not a trick-or-treater. And then they get the smallest freaking
that was funny
knife, and
that
it's
was
just
hilarious.
like, and it's like you're gonna go upstairs and try and fight Michael Myers with a freaking butter
cheese knife,
freaking like kids cuisine knife. It's just so stupid. And so like, so he like goes up there, dies, and then this is the stupidest thing, but it cracked me up. It's like, All right, so his husband walks up there and he sees Michael. Michael's just chilling, looking out the window, and he's just like, Michael. And Michael just walks around like all slow, just like, what's up? It's like, you came home.
You had so much time to react.
He's just like, yeah, I guess I got to do this to you, my bad. And it's just like he walks over slowly, and it's just like you did this to yourself. You did this to your freaking self. It's so silly.
I will say though, like that the gay couple, when they were in the kitchen and he was preparing the meat and cheese plate, I had immediate flashbacks to HomoCon, and I was like. Oh, and you know what? I genuinely was like, I hope they get to enjoy some of this. And then they cut to the scene where they were like messing around with the honey and stuff, which probably sounds a lot more sexual, but it's
hell yeah.
I mean, you say it like that, yes, it does.
But I was like, oh, good. Like I was just like relieved that I'm like, okay, they were able to enjoy some of this meat and cheese platter.
Right.
Before
got your priorities in my place.
Right.
Yeah, before they became the meat and cheese platter, but you know.
Right, seriously. And then those freaking kids. Those stupid kids.
I was just gonna bring that up because like the only people in this movie who deserved to die was that trio of kids, and I'm devastated that only one of them died.
Yeah. Only one of them got it. It was so
two of those assholes survived. Mike, get back on it.
Right?
Yeah. Like actually though, like you gotta, you're not done.
It was like, please get those kids. Like, cause in the first movie, cause me and Paleo watched the 2018 one on like freaking Saturday the night before, and like Michael kills this like poor kid who's just like, I just want to be a dancer, Dad. I just want to love it. He's sort of like Bobby Hill in a sense. Like the kid was
to die. Where are we drawing the line here, Mike?
Yeah, it's just like, okay. Whatever, I'm gonna kill this.
That whole park scene was also interesting, since we're just going full diagnosis now. That park scene was interesting too, because they went into there and because like they made kind of an argument near the end of this movie where it's like, yeah, all Jason wants is to go home. Like,
I mean Michael.
Sorry, I said Jason. Yeah, all Michael wants is to go home, and like almost as if like, yeah, the only problem is people keep getting in his way type of thing. But I'm like, the park scene kind of negated that, because he was just like, literally the kids were like, yeah, he's playing hide and seek, which I also am like, does Michael have a history of sympathizing with children that I'm just forgetting about? Like, I know that
that's Jason.
Yeah,
like yes and no, because like he doesn't, but at the same time he like didn't kill those kids and didn't kill that baby that one time. And
yeah, because it depends. Like, for instance, like this is a different continuity than the 2007 reboot where Michael is like, I'm just looking at kids, so whatever. But like, because the reason these kids, because some people in chat are like, you say you should kill kids. Okay, these kids were fuckers. All right, they literally stole some shit out of someone's house. Like, what they did was they pretended that to choke on a razor blade. And then, like, they went, oh, my God, my friend's choking on a razor blade that she got from candy, which she got from your house. And they were like, the gay couple's like, oh, my God, I mean, we need to go help. We need to help them. And then they were like, ha, ha, trick or treat. And one of the kids went in and stole all their candy and was like, ha, look what we did. And it's just like, you just stole. I'm calling the fucking cops. Like, what the fuck?
Why didn't they just punch the kid in the face?
I mean, that was a trick. Welcome to Devil Night.
Maybe. No, that's too far. They legit had her, like, all bloody on the ground with like bloody vomit, and like in the street, and like the one kid's crying like, oh my God, you have to help her. And it's like, first thing I would have done was call 911.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, oh, are you serious? Yeah, 911. Okay, if it's a prank, you would maybe stop me, but at the same time, like, go fuck yourself.
Right.
That too, yeah, but you know.
Yeah, and then
they should have cut the girl's head off just to make sure she was dead.
I agree.
Yeah. Those little like usually I'm all against like kids like that, but like sometimes like this movie I was like, no, fuck them kids. Michael Jordan would say, fuck yeah, because it was stupid. And then like I'm thinking, cause someone brought this up when like a video I did recently, where it's like, I think the reason they are buffing Michael so much, because in this movie he kills like 20 firemen by himself. He kills like a whole squad of people circling him by himself. Like he's like making Jason Voorhees numbers with this film when he usually doesn't hit that number count. And it's like the whole thing with the Friday the 13th copyright has finally been like broken down, so they might be able to do Jason movies again, which is cool. And so it's just like, yeah, so they might be able to have a Michael versus Jason film finally, and they're like, oh, well, Jason would whoop Michael's ass any other time, so we have to make Michael seem stronger somehow. So it's just like,
it's like the Godzilla versus Kong all over
exactly again.
It's the whole Superman supervillain thing. You have to keep escalating one over the other so that they're not a Gary Stu or a Mary Sue.
Right.
Yep.
So I do want to throw in one last thing here before we could jump into the Q&A stuff is Jax, since we're on the topic, I think you just released a video on like this exact thing, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
So
because,
promote that.
Oh yeah, so I basically I was getting like mail emails out the yin yang just because people were just like saying like, did you see Halloween Kills? What did you think of it? Do you think he could beat Jason? Do you think he could beat Jason? Because like a few years back, like I've done this like every month of Halloween now, where I've like gone, oh, Jason versus this Michael, Jason versus this Michael, and stuff like that. And then like I did an in-depth one like in 2018 where I just like broke down every single movie and like how durable they are and how strong they are and stuff like that. And then like I did the most recent one on my YouTube like a few hours ago, and so like I talk about all the stuff he did in the Halloween Kills movie, and then like for every other version, it pretty much just comes down to like Jason from part 2, 3, 4. Michael's taking him out, like, because that one can die from massive blood loss. Michael just seems to tank it, but zombie Jason is folding his ass. Like he's just like, yeah, I literally can regenerate. I'm a demigod for what I can do and shit like that. So it's just it's cool thing to look at, but like yeah, it's so one sided.
Well, cool. Last thing I'll say on it too is I just appreciated the throwbacks. I always like the throwbacks.
Yeah.
Characters, music, all that stuff. I like the style, kind of emulating. All right, Q&A. Anime Guy 1 asks with a super chat: Are you gonna be on the lookout for floor pizza?
Oh God.
What's floor pizza?
God.
Isn't that the pizza you all ate? That like.
Yeah, it was on the
Someone left
sidewalk.
floor.
Oh,
Wait,
Gabe
wait.
ate it. That's right.
Sidewalk.
Oh
Gabe.
yeah.
He found
Did
frozen
he actually
pizza.
eat it? That's so unacceptable.
Oh no, he
No,
didn't
it's
eat it.
fine.
He just
He's
picked
Gabe.
it up.
Yeah, I thought he just picked it up.
He
for
threatened to eat it.
The gaffs.
We told him don't even think about it. Because I
Isn't
think
he also the one that wanted to play with
And
the
this was
raccoons in
before
the brain?
COVID.
Right. Yeah.
yeah.
No, definitely don't eat anything that was on the sidewalk.
Right.
I mean, you shouldn't anyway.
Yeah.
He'll
True
learn.
that.
Maybe he might learn. I don't know.
Never.
Yeah. Floor pizza, free pizza is great, except when it's on the floor.
Well, you will get everything you paid for, and then some.
Right.
You got a question for us, Sarah?
We got a post from Cheyenne saying, "Can y'all give me a shout out for my late birthday? It was my birthday October 3rd and forgot to tune in for the last podcast y'all had. I'm sad." Happy
Hey,
birthday.
we saw the cake.
We saw the
Happy
cake,
birthday.
But yeah, I just wanted to give
Happy
an
birthday!
extra shout out. Happy birthday, Cheyenne. Let's see here. Sorry, I did not look at these beforehand.
Carry on.
All right, let's see. We got a couple of questions from Kevin on Twitter. Number one is, do you guys feel that the elements of harmony weren't as important as they were made out to be, considering they were only used a handful of times?
I mean, they turned into a tree.
Even
Which
though
also-
they weren't inherently used all that much to defeat baddies, they are still a very important part of the character group in general, because they are the
symbols
they
of-
are the
And like preserving magic in Equestria or something. I don't-
I'd say that when you have a hammer, every problem looks like a nail.
That's true.
But
True.
if you need to wheel out the nuclear weapon, you've bypassed a lot of other options along the way, and I appreciate that the show didn't turn to them all the time, because hey, problem solved, done.
Yeah.
Like
It
it
comes from
brought up
being, like, a
more
solid
elements
thing.
of personal development, personal exploration, like problem solving, as opposed to we have this here.
Yeah.
Like, I appreciate that they were brought out when they needed to be, and I think the balance was well maintained. It would be nice to see more situations where they would need to be used, like kind of get a greater perspective of the world.
Sure.
But with what we saw, I thought it was properly balanced. I would like to see less of them, if that makes sense.
And his second question, how do you think the main 6/5 would react to seeing symbiotes from the Spider-Man universe. Jaxblade, you have an opinion?
Yes, I'll Jax.
Main 6.
You have the floors.
They said the main 6 seeing symbiotes.
Yeah.
They already saw it with freaking that shadow pony. Like that's literally Venom.
Yeah, yeah.
It's literally just Venom. Okay, so be the same thing as that. So yeah.
That's a good point.
Let's see.
Waddles has a question here.
Yeah.
Thoughts on Nintendo revealed the cast of the upcoming Illumination Super Mario movie with Chris Pratt as Mario.
Oh boy.
Here we haven't seen it, but I would love to see another live-action Mario movie.
Who's Donkey Kong?
It's being the best movie ever made. Let's do it.
I'm Donkey Kong. Got a barrel full of weed.
But Jack Black
We're gonna need a barrel full of weed to watch this movie.
But Jack Black as Bowser, I am looking forward to seeing.
Yes, that's actually really
my
good.
gosh.
Charlie Day.
Jack. Oh,
Hilarious.
I need to see this movie. Just for Jack Black as Bowser.
Who was the one Saber mentioned?
Oh, Charlie Day as
Luigi.
Luigi.
Oh.
I'm still upset that they didn't cast Aaron Hansen as Toad, but I mean, I'll get over it. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, oh, sorry. We got another question from Waddle saying, did anyone see Muppets Haunted Mansion? I did.
I did as well.
I did.
It was cute. I liked it.
I was honestly like, whenever there's a Haunted Mansion property from Disney,
Yeah.
I'm always like, you better get the music right.
Did they get it right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm always like, come on. You got to give me at least one round of the boo, 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 boo. And they did. Thank you.
Kermit sounded different.
What was a different VA, right?
Yeah.
Wait, what? Huh?
Kermit.
Kermit?
Saying
Oh,
Kermit
yes,
sounded
yes. Steve Whitmire is no longer doing Kermit. It's the, I forget his name right now, but it's the same guy who played Constantine, the fake Kermit, in the Muppets Most Wanted movie.
So actually,
So it's like a self-fulfilling sort of prophecy. it's
That's
weird.
nice.
It's
That's
odd.
cool.
He literally took his place.
Yeah.
Oh,
God.
yeah.
he should have kept the Russian accent.
He should
Oh,
have.
hey, Kermit.
It's interesting because the new Kermit voice is like an amalgamation of Jim Henson's Kermit and Steve Whitmire's Kermit at the same time, and I'm just like, whenever I hear it, I'm just like, I'm still like getting used to it because they haven't done a lot of stuff with him as Kermit yet.
Yeah.
Though
I know this special was.
He's been Kermit since 2017, but like I'm still trying to get used to it because I haven't heard it that much.
Matt Vogel
Oh, okay.
as Constantine.
Yeah. Matt
Yeah.
Vogel.
What were you
Yeah.
gonna say, Paleo?
I was gonna say like this special was like mostly focused on like Gonzo and Pepe and them like in the mansion.
Yeah.
I'm still call me old school,
Yeah.
but I'm always just like, oh yeah, I mean, like I enjoy Pepe, right?
Yeah, Pepe.
Like
Yeah.
he's funny. I like his okay at the end of every
Yeah.
sentence, but I'm always like, what the fuck happened to Rizzo? Like, did he die?
Well, that was also Steve Whitmire, and so I guess maybe they're still trying to look for someone to fill in
Yeah.
that role.
So they're all,
damn.
they're
I
all
did
from
notice
Rizzo.
there was like a couple of portraits that like looked like a couple of rats. One of them might have been Rizzo. in
Yeah,
the, in the
Rizzo
special.
was there,
Yeah.
but he didn't have a speaking role. He like
Right.
That bothers
I
me.
like that
Yeah.
touch though for the Haunted Mansion. That is very nice.
Yeah, it bothers me.
Yeah, I know it bothers me too.
Yeah.
I enjoy the Rizzo and Gonzo dynamic, but for now
Especially
it's
for the
Pepe
Muppet
and
Christmas
Gonzo.
Carol.
Do you now remind me what happened with Whitmire? Was he the one who got into a tiff?
He got into a tiff with Disney and the Hensons in general.
Oh dang.
Apparently, he started being kind of an asshole when Disney came on board, being like, "Well, I am Kermit the Frog, so you better make me happy or whatever," and like playing brinkmanship.
You
or
cannot
whatever.
replace me.
Yeah, so
Okay, thanks. Bye.
yeah, tensions just kind of grew, and the Hensons were just like, they went up to Disney and were just like, "Hey, if you want to cast Kermit, we're okay with that because he's being a dick."
Damn.
Ouch.
Yeah, apparently he was like that for a number of years before he was finally fired.
Do you think his head just got too big?
Maybe.
Or do you think it was one of those like, I know I was close with Jim, I know what he wants type of
I think it's a mixture of both, and the Hensons are just like, bitch, he was our dad.
Yeah, I can see
he came home to you. I worked with him.
Yeah, he chose to be with me.
Oh no, I did not mean it that way.
Oh god.
I mean, to be fair, he chose to have kids too. So.
Yeah.
We got a super chat from JD Nickel on the same topic of Muppets Haunted Mansion. What's your favorite song from Muppets Haunted Mansion? I really only remember one, and that's the one where like they're in the ballroom.
I like the one in the graveyard.
Oh, yeah.
There's the graveyard one. I'm trying to remember them too.
Oh yeah, that reminds me.
Yeah, from Harry Potter musical.
In the graveyard, wasn't that Ed Asner that appeared as one of the ghosts?
Yeah.
He didn't
Yes.
speak though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As a ghost?
Yeah.
How poor taste.
Wow.
Yeah, when did they make this movie? Because we talked about that too while we were watching it. Like, they must have made it.
Yeah, it must have been in production much earlier this year.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm dead. Lol.
I mean, it's also possible this was something that maybe was being worked on for 2020, and then it didn't get finished.
That may have been the case.
God, I'm trying to remember how many songs were in that movie. Do you even remember?
No.
I remember the graveyard song.
There were only like a couple, I think.
Yeah.
There weren't very many.
Yeah, I like the ballroom song. With all the puppets.
So, on the topic of Ed Asner, by the way, and now this is going to be a tangent, and then we'll get right back into the Q&A stuff. Going back to my Halloween peeps, we were talking about the new Halloween movie.
Mm-hmm.
There was one moment in that movie where I kind of had that point at the screen moment, and it was when Dr. Loomis shows up in the movie.
Yeah.
Now, did you know that was not CGI?
Yeah, it was like an actor in makeup.
Was
They
it
actually
just a different guy?
Yeah, that was an actor. I just saw that just as the topic was coming up, so I was skimming through IMDb and I saw that and I went, "Are you serious?"
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that was like one of those ones because I was just like, because I remember at first I was like, oh, that's CGI, and then I was like, oh, like because I looked it up like literally afterwards. I was like, oh shit, like I saw pictures of the guy on set and I was like, oh,
yeah. I was like, Jesus. I guess if they want more Dr. Loomis, that guy's around.
Yeah, they do.
So, and then they had someone else do the voice, who probably like a guy who does voice acting, and had done some voice work for the 2018 movie. But it was one of those moments where like we've seen it before where movies have brought a character back of someone who had passed away. And I was just like, I was looking at it, I'm like, my God, did they do a good job with this one?
Yeah.
And then when I found out it was just an actor who already resembled him, and then some makeup and lighting was all it took for them to get him that close. I was like, Jesus.
Yeah, that's
crazy impressive.
Crazy. That's really crazy.
Good job, whoever was the task to... Hey, find someone that looks like Mr. Loomis. Okay.
Hey, casting director, good job.
Yeah, good job. All right, we got another question.
Let's see. Jazz King asks, any opinions on the recent Animal Crossing Direct?
Yeah, I'm so ready.
I'm ready too. November.
I'm ready to destroy my entire island. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was because I didn't see the Direct, but I watched Arlo's video like summarizing all the stuff that they're adding, and I'm like, maybe I should like restart my island just to like.
Right.
Yeah, just like have all this content now. So.
Yeah.
And
got a super chat from Nathaniel Foga. Speaking of the Haunted Mansion, who here saw the 2003 film adaptation with Eddie Murphy? I did.
Unfortunately, yes.
I've never seen it.
I remember that.
I didn't get to it.
I haven't seen that since years.
It's not unwatchable, but it is bad.
But that kind of makes it better.
No, not in this case.
Oh.
No. Yeah, that boring bad.
The guy
Oh.
Pan's Labyrinth.
What?
Who's the guy that made Pan's Labyrinth?
Like the director?
Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah, isn't he supposed to be doing a Haunted Mansion movie?
Oh my god, I hope so.
I think
Yeah.
That would be
I think-
really cool if he
I
did.
think that's still in the works. I'm not sure.
Let me look it up on IMDb.
Because it's been a while since I've heard any updates about it.
Haunted
His- I know he's doing like his own Pinocchio thing on Netflix.
Yeah, I'm
That would
ready.
also be cool.
I'll watch anything he makes.
I will tremble, but I will also watch anything he makes.
Haunted Mansion. I don't see it. Oh wait, no, here we go. Is this it? Based on Disneyland's theme park ride.
Hell yes.
Nathaniel Fogg is saying he left the project.
No! What's the point?
I don't know how accurate this is.
Yeah.
All I gotta say is, I see two actors that are cracking me up.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to see who I see on here,
Yeah.
or do you want that to be a surprise?
Lay it on us.
So apparently Owen Wilson is attached to this project,
Oh, nice.
and Danny DeVito.
Oh,
Okay, then it's gonna be great.
Wow.
'Cause Danny
Wait,
DeVito-
there's
Danny
hope
DeVito.
still.
Danny DeVito is the perfect human specimen, so I don't see a problem.
Like literally, he could play any of the roles. He should play
Yeah,
every
what
role.
will they play?
I don't know.
We'll find out. So going back to the Eddie Murphy one though, that's a example of where it's like, oh yeah, no, they got the cool music, and they did technically play it at the very beginning of the movie, and then never again. I don't recall it ever playing again, and
Well, I mean,
it's a weird gripe to
bus
have.
sang the song in the middle of the film.
The Grim Grinning Ghosts.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had the statues show up, and it was just like,
Which was all makeup, apparently.
was it?
I think so. We questioned that at the end of the movie because it looked super CGI, but they had them dancing around at the end, and it was all makeup. I don't know.
Huh.
Nice.
Don't quote me on that. Look it up.
Yeah.
No, we're quoting you on it. It's on
No,
record
don't
now.
Don't do that. I made it up. I have no idea.
Too late. Too late.
Well, Sarah, it looks like we have time for one more question.
Okay. I'm choosing this.
That one? Okay.
Nathaniel Foga asks, as kids, what was the weirdest thing you guys saw when walking around in your neighborhood?
Like for Halloween or generally?
I think in general, but you could
Could have been at Halloween.
Oh dear.
I saw a squirrel eating his baby's head. That was
I
weird.
had a
What?
That's gross.
Yeah, no, like when I was walking with my friends to the pool, and there was this squirrel, and it was like eating its baby's head, and I was just like, "What the fuck is that?" And because they were like, "Oh, we thought it was like trying to like help it up or something like that," but it wasn't away. And I was like, "Ugh," and I was like, "What the fuck?" I didn't know they eat meat. And then like I remember they like it was fucked up because like the baby was like twitching, and I was like, and then someone was like, "We have to do something," so I had to like get a stick and put it out of fucking misery. So like, that was weird. That was a fucking weird day, and I was just like, "Oh god."
Happy Halloween, everyone.
Happy Halloween.
Fine.
Yeah.
We had some turkey vultures around the neighborhood, so every once in a while, I would just see a dead rabbit carcass in my front yard. Because a turkey vulture decided to feast there and then just left it.
I mean, I was out walking my dog once up in Nevada during winter, and we established a relationship. He'd walk up to the end of his lead and then stop at a bush and then go to the end and catch back up and do it again. Like he could take as long as he wanted at the walking pace. So when he came trotting up one time with a frozen squirrel splayed out in his mouth, it was a bit unique.
Damn.
Oh yeah, and he was happy as a clam, like just trotting along, like, "Hey, look what I found!"
Yikes!
I mean, that's a good find for a dog.
Yeah,
it was a great find.
Like,
He was having a great day.
Yeah, that'll make your week.
Yeah, it was a great day for him. It was weird for me. Because it wasn't like a normal squirrel. It was like flattened. It had been hit by something.
I think weirdest
It was
thing
fine.
for me was my when I was in elementary school, a neighbor's house burnt down.
Ooh.
And I just remember that was like, you know how like as a kid you have less touches, I guess, with what reality is and how close like something like that can strike. And it was like, holy shit. So driving by that every day, whenever we were leaving our street and just seeing a burnt carcass of a house.
Weird.
Oh, wow. Yeah, and it was just, it was wild. I think that was probably the one for me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Anyone else?
I apparently had a very normal neighborhood.
So did I.
What? No one burning or squirrels?
Well, I mean, like,
eating?
what qualifies as weird in your neighborhood then?
I don't think there was. I mean, maybe I was just sheltered.
I mean, show me normal, and I'll show you what's truly weird.
There were some playgrounds.
What?
And people had dogs, and some people had cats. You could see them in the windows every now and then.
Freaks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know
Yeah.
what? There's this lady, when my sister was visiting recently, a couple of months ago, there was this lady that she met because Hillary was just sitting on the front porch enjoying the furniture that we had just bought.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And this lady walks by with like a baby carriage, but for a cat. And she was just
Aw.
walking her cat.
What a
And
good
Hillary,
Okay,
struck
so-
up conversation with this lady. And so I feel like there's another interesting thing that we've seen around our neighborhood is a lady walking her cat in a little baby carriage.
So let's take that for perspective
Awesome.
to Laura's response. She
Yeah.
awed at the cat in the baby carriage as
Yes.
normal.
Yes.
To be fair, we actually did see something kind of odd a few weeks ago, where it was just a guy on his horse
That's right.
and his 3 dogs
That was here.
just walking up the street, and I'm like, what?
And like we don't live on like a farm street or anything. Like
Yeah.
the neighborhood ends at a loop on the street that we're on, and it's just like you have to be going into our neighborhood to go on this street.
Yeah.
So it's like, what's happening?
Was he on the horse or was the horse like on a
Riding
leash?
the horse.
Yeah, I've
Was the horse on a leash?
when I was in high school, there was a guy that owned property just beyond our school property that he would ride his horse up and down the street.
It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Love it.
Texas.
Taxis.
Texas.
Well, cool. Well, folks, that's going to be a wrap here on the Semi-Perfect Podcast. We will be back in 2 weeks, and funny enough, unless something's going to
Well,
change,
that's gonna be my birthday.
that's Sarah's birthday.
Oh my god.
Is that a bad day, or are we going to get away with that day?
I mean, that's
We need
fine.
some special splash art for the stream.
Yes.
Yes.
So yeah, so it's going to be Sarah's birthday, which
Nice.
means
It's the day after Jeffrey's birthday.
it'll be the day after my birthday.
Nice. Woo.
Yeah. So
That's okay.
no one gives a shit about my birthday. Everyone's like, Sarah!
Sarah, yeah.
Woo.
That's okay. I understand. But yeah, so we'll be back on November 3rd, and we'll be recapping Ponyville Cider Fest for all of you that will be there at Ponyville Cider Fest. Again, we look forward to seeing all of you, and for those of you that aren't going to make it, hopefully you're able to enjoy the vlogs, and we'll miss you.
And if you're
Yes.
gonna dress up for Halloween, we do want to see your costumes.
Yeah.
So be sure to post your Halloween costumes.
And show us your loot, because we know you're all going to go trick or treating.
Oh, maybe.
All you kids, kids out
yeah.
there listening to our
I'm gonna
stories.
do grown-up trick-or-treating, which is you go to the grocery store the day after Halloween and get the half-price candy.
Yes, girl, praise, amen, hallelujah. So
Happy
yeah, Sarah,
Halloween.
we're gonna have to do that the day
Yeah.
after Halloween.
Yeah.
Indeed. So yeah, with all that, we want to thank everybody for coming out. We want to thank all of our live viewers and everyone that listens on delay. And Sarah, let's say a big thank you to our super chatters.
Yes, I've forgotten how to.
Remember,
Where was it?
Paleo showed us the
Yeah,
trick. He
we-
said, "You do this, and then you do that."
Hold on.
You do this and do that.
I'm gonna do it. I think I kind of remember how to do it.
She's
Just gotta
she's
go to
doing it.
YouTube Studio.
Do
She's
it.
doing
Do it. Do it.
I go to analytics.
The monetization. Yeah.
And super.
Supers.
Okay. Thank you to Nathaniel Foga, JD Nickel, Anime Gaia 1, Nora Mermaid, Bon Bon Puppet, and let's see, some more. Ambizar and Swag Zombie.
And then we got one earlier that never came with a comment that we saw, but
it's Specky's second account.
So thank you to all of you for your support. We'll see you all in 2 weeks. Thank you for watching the Semi Perfect Podcast. Good night.
Bye.
Them ponies.
Bye.